a few out of towners, so welcome to you guys. Somebody drove 9 hours to be here. So maybe not here, It sounds good. And just a little housekeeping thing tonight, guys. Because this room is getting so big and so many people and we go deep, can we just be mindful at the back? If you get caught up in a little bit of chitter-chatter, it normally disturbs people that actually want to listen. So just be mindful of that and respect others that are trying to listen. If it's kind of boring, like the back door's unlocked, so you can certainly leave. It's all good for that. So awesome. You like that, didn't you? That door's shut too. I got the back door you could sneak out. And honestly, I was that person. When I first came to this 3 years ago, I was like, I'm not doing this. I was like, where's the exit door? I'm like, where is it? But I made it to the end. And so that's my wish for you, is that you make it to the end tonight. Hopefully you get that far. So, well, welcome guys. Welcome to our Thursday night Own Your Own Life event. My name is Adam, if you don't know who I am. I've been involved, as I just told you, for 3 years in this business. And I did come along to this, definitely not to do it. I'd heard about some amazing growth that had been going on in this business. I was a traditional business owner. I certainly didn't own my own life. Just look at them when they walk in the door, you should. I certainly didn't own my own life. I got into owning my own business because I did want to own my own life. But after about 12, 13 years of running my own business with staff and overheads and the stress that goes with owning your own business, I certainly didn't own my own life. But I came to this event kind of like that guy in the cool shirt there with my arms crossed, like I'm not doing this thing. I don't know why I'm even here. I thought we were coming for a beer, mate. But honestly, is that what happened? So honestly, I wasn't here to do it. And so my wish for you tonight is that you come here really with an open mind and open heart to maybe there is a better way to life. You know, when I look back at my life, how it was 3 years and before that, I certainly was looking for something more. I felt like I'd been ripped off. I had these ambitions of what I wanted in my life. I thought owning my business would be it. And after about 12, 15 years of that, I'm a bit slow, I realized this isn't it. And so I think, honestly, when we look at how we mirror and model our life, I certainly mirror and model my life off my dad. My dad was a hard worker. But the consequence of that I was never close to my dad. All my dad did was work. My dad passed away last year, sadly, and he literally worked to the day he physically could. That's all he knew his life to be. And I grew up so angry with him because I believed that for so many years that he just didn't give a shit about me. And it wasn't until the last probably 3 or 4 years of his life, and I went and did some personal development as we do, and I cried for 3 days about how my dad didn't love me. And then I realized that all he did was love me. He just did the best job he knew how. And I looked at my life and how my life was and how I never saw my kids and how we never got to travel and do all the fun things. And I thought I was trying to do life the way I was conditioned, that was work hard. But would you guys agree that life is different these days? That we don't live in the life of our parents anymore, but we're so worried about their opinions all the time. But life has changed so much with social media, the internet, the way we purchase products, the way that we refer services is certainly not by looking in the newspapers. Anyone read the newspaper lately? Like, oh, there's a good ad, I might buy that. That's on special this week. How do we do that stuff? We find it on Facebook, right? Would you guys agree? That's how we do life. We refer things, and this business is just about that. It's about sharing and helping other people find a better way. And tonight's about finding a better way to health and helping you take your health to the next level and help others around you, but also take your life to the next level. To be able to say yes to more things and really to own your own life. That's what tonight's all about. So to kick us off, we're going to have Jess come up tonight and share about the amazing products behind Juice Plus. You're out.
Everybody, my name's Jess. Please excuse me, I've never done this in front of all these people before, so I'm just disclaiming it if I miss any information. But I'm a personal trainer, and so that's how I came across the product. And at first, it was really just something that I was looking for my own family, and I suppose everyone kind of looks for different ways they can improve their health, but a lot of the time when you're looking at stuff, when you're looking at products, you have no idea what it is, you don't understand the label, and it just doesn't make sense, so you end up not taking it. So when I came across the product Juice Plus, which we have 2 products, this is the first one, fruit, veggie and berry capsules. When I came across these, I went, I'll have a look at the back of the label and I'll see if they kind of align with what what I believe in for my health and for my family. And I read the back of the label and it was literally whole food in a capsule. So there's nothing synthetic in these, it's literally just what it says. So fruits, veggies and berries in a capsule. All the water's been taken out, the sugar, and it's just been popped into a convenient little capsule. So these are amazing. They kind of cover or they bridge that gap between what you should be eating and what you actually are eating. And I know even for me, I'm a personal trainer, like I said, I was eating really well, but I was definitely not eating the amount of veggies I should have been every day. So science suggests now it's like 9 to 12 servings a day, which I don't know about anyone in here, but that is hard to do. We also know that without that nutrition, our bodies just can't function at the level they're meant to. We won't have strong immune systems. We won't be able to have the energy we expect. There's so many things that we know without the whole foods, we're just not going to be able to do. So this was an amazing product for me and my family in terms of just kind of giving us that little solution, that little kind of safety net or insurance policy. So when we did eat bad, we'd had our Juice Plus and it was kind of, as I say, bridging that gap. We also have our children's version, which is a gummy. So if your kids, I've got a 5-year-old, I don't know anyone with kids in here? Lots of you, yeah? Anyone with fussy kids? Most of you, yeah, good. I'm not the only one. I know that my daughter, for example, ate scrambled eggs for a year because that's all she wanted to eat. So when they told me this was fruits and veggies and I could give it to her, I was amazed. The amazing part as well is that the Juice Plus company actually provide this for free. For any adult that takes the product, you get a free child supply for up to 4 years, which I think is pretty incredible. We call them the company with the heart because of that. It means that you can look after yourself and then you can look after your kids at the same time. And I know as a mum, I definitely put my child before myself. So I didn't have to do that taking this product, which was amazing. Again, this is all vegan, so there's no gelatin and yucky stuff in these. It's just completely whole food. On top of that, we also have what I like to call our macronutrition. So these are our complete protein powders. And basically, again, they're completely vegan, they're gluten-free, they're dairy-free, and they have a ton of other things in it other than protein. So when we talk about our macronutrition, it's your healthy fats, it's your carbs, and it's your proteins. So even though it's not a meal replacement shake, it's something that I like to use as that backup if I'm not going to eat, or that running out the door thing. I give it to my 5-year-old all the time. My husband, when he goes and plays golf, I'm like, just have a shake before you leave. Do something good for yourself, you know. Guys don't tend to do as well as us girls. But this has been a lifesaver in our household. And I think for me, again, when I read the back of the ingredients list and I saw that it was just complete whole food, it made so much sense to me. Everything else that I'd come across in the personal training world, in nutrition, it was just like reading the back of the label and not understanding it. So when you look at this and you can see that you're getting mushroom powder and broccoli sprouts and spirulina and all sorts of crazy stuff, yet it tastes like chocolate and vanilla, it's just a no-brainer to put this kind of stuff into your diet. Whether you change your diet or whether you kind of keep it the same, again, it's like that insurance policy, and that's what I loved about it. We also have an amazing health program that kind of is built to support that healthy lifestyle. So if you're looking for a change and you're looking to improve your health, then you can also follow our amazing program, which has I think it's over 200 recipes, completely whole food based, but it's not about depriving yourself of calorie counting. So the programs have been designed just to kind of give us that backup. And I think like attracts like. So I've found, and I know that a lot of my clients have found, that the longer they're on this product, the more they actually crave eating better. The more they see results, the less coffee they're drinking, the weight's dropping off, their digestion's improving. All these things are happening within their body, which then causes them to just naturally want to eat better. So having that program in alignment just ticks all the boxes again. It helps to support people, and it helps to give people, just to teach people how to eat right, which I think a lot of people have really, sorry, I'm getting puffed. I'm pregnant, by the way, that's why I'm getting puffed. But I think a lot of people, I don't know why I get so puffed, it's crazy. But I'm just using that as an excuse. That's okay, thank you. But yeah, I think a lot of people just really have lost the art of cooking these days. We have so many convenience products, and so in alignment, you've got your amazing products, you've got your amazing health programs, and in alignment with all of that, it just leads to that long-term health. And I know for me, when I was looking around and I was trying to find something for my family, it was definitely a lot about disease prevention. It wasn't just about looking good now, it was about where am I going to be in 10 years? Where's my health going to be when I'm in my retirement? And this kind of a product just ticked every box for me. So I hope that explains a little bit. I'm sure we have somebody sharing. Janine?
Hi guys. So I was introduced to Juice Plus by a friend of mine, Tammy, 9 months ago, and I was the biggest skeptic, I think. When she first mentioned it to me, I was like, oh, I'm on other products, I'll be fine. But she came to me and mentioned that it was helping her sleep. And I'm a mum, I've got 2 girls, and my eldest daughter is on the autism spectrum. So and that was our biggest issue at the time. She just would not sleep. So I would spend probably about 4 hours every night trying to get her to go to bed, and it just never happened. Some mornings she would get up in the morning and she'd say, Mum, I don't think I slept at all. So, you know, I just thought, oh, look, I'll come along and have a look. And I was at an event much smaller than this, but I heard a mum get up and speak about her child who was on the spectrum. And she was saying that she was, you know, seeing some massive improvements in his behaviour, in his sleeping and in his eating, which is a big thing with kids on the spectrum. They're particularly fussy with food and textures and taste and things like that. So my daughter had a very big sugar craving. You know, if there was no sugary things in the house, I didn't realise until I'd given up sugar in my tea and coffee that she was actually eating spoonfuls of sugar. So I just thought, you know, I need to try something. I'm going to give it a go. So went home, ordered the product, and honestly, I didn't realise how much of a difference it would have for me, you know, because my initial intention was for my child. But for Keely, it completely changed our life. You know, she had gone from a really anxious little girl, or big girl, she's bigger than me, but she'd gone from a really anxious child that, you know, struggled with sleep, struggled with school, struggled with self-esteem, to this young, beautiful, confident little girl. And her eating has changed considerably. You know, things that she had never eaten her whole life. So she'd never eaten citrus or anything like that. You know, we'd be at the shops and she'd say, Mum, I want some oranges. I'm like, who for? And she's like, for me, you know. So, you know, she started eating foods that, you know, has completely changed her, you know, changed her health. She's probably the fittest she's ever been as well now. So, you know, it's really transformed her life and our whole family, because having a child with anxiety and is really, really difficult to see, you know, the struggles that she's had. And I could probably say now, like, we haven't needed to visit a doctor or a psychologist or anything for her in the 9 months that we've been taking Juice Plus. So that's pretty awesome. That's amazing. And just for myself, I was diagnosed with a heart condition about 8 years ago. So when I had heard that the product really improved cardiovascular health, I was like, tick, 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 you know, or it just ticks so many boxes. I've now come off nearly all of my medication since I've been taking Juice Plus. I've lost 13 kilos and I feel amazing. My cardiac has really increased. I started doing a little bit of running, but I've started Muay Thai kickboxing, which honestly that. It would be a flat no. And yeah, I feel incredible. So yeah, I'm really grateful that Tony introduced me to the product.
Yes.
Hi, everyone. My name's Karen. Congratulations, Jess.
Thank you.
I came across the product 2.5 years ago now, and at the time I was a new mum with a 6-month-old baby boy who was a big baby born, and by 6 months he was sucking the life out of me, literally. So I was exhausted. Any mums in the room? Yeah, you? Yeah, so you know what I mean. I was an absolute zombie. Every time he went down to nap, I'd go down to nap, which was a good couple of times a day. And a friend of mine introduced me to the product. She's not here this evening. She's in Bali, I think, actually. And when I took a look at the product, because I was a breastfeeding mum, I had to be careful what I put in my body. So when I looked at the product, I thought this made sense. It's just fruits and veggies. I've got a pretty good diet. I've always been really conscious about what I eat. And you know, getting the right foods in my body to support my body. But at that point having a 6-month-old baby, I was not doing as best as what I used to do, with lack of time, etc. So for me, looking at the product, I thought, well, this, fruits and veggies is only going to help me. The fact that my child was also going to get the fruits and veggies through, my breast milk as well, also made sense to me. So he had gone from being a little boy who had a couple of ear infections pretty early on. And of course, the doctor had said, you need to go on antibiotics and what have you. And that was not something I wanted to do for a 6-month-old baby. One of the things that I first noticed with the product was that he all of a sudden stopped getting these ear infections. And to the point that he's now 3 years of age and he's not had an ear infection since. So that's absolutely amazing. Let alone the rest of his health. He's the most incredibly healthy little man. He doesn't get those snotty little noses that you get from kindy, etc. So I've been very, very blessed. And for myself, the product really helped me with my energy. My energy within a couple of weeks just went through the roof. I'd gone from, like I said earlier, sleeping a couple of times throughout the day and getting, into bed early in the evening, obviously up during the night to feed, etc. But I went from doing that to going to bed at 11 o'clock at night and just having just a bundle of energy and organising cupboards and all these crazy things just because I had so much energy. And the other things that I really noticed was I had my hair started to grow, my nails were getting longer, my skin was looking amazing, and I just felt this overall incredible wellness. Now, to the point that I then felt pregnant. I was feeling that damn good that I felt pregnant, and I had what I call the Juice Plus baby. She's now 15 months old, and if I compared one pregnancy to the other, I had the most incredible pregnancy second time around. I thought I did well the first time, but the second time, the thing that got me was the energy level I had was just insane. When my first was born, I was napping during the day, I'd get home from work early just so I could have a sleep before my husband came home. When I was pregnant with my second, I flew all the way to Nashville for 4 days, 35 weeks pregnant, and partied all night with the girls and had a great time. That was at a Juice Plus conference. And then throughout that whole pregnancy, I didn't nap at all. And even though I had a 2-year-old who was sleeping 3 hours a day, I had plenty of time to nap. I just didn't need it. I felt incredible. Post-baby, had an amazing birth. I was very, very blessed. But I also felt that the very next day after she was born, I felt incredible. The next morning, I felt like I could have run a marathon. My body recovered. It was insane. So all I can say is the power of fruits and veggies is unbelievable. When you get that amount of goodness into your body, it just, what it can actually do for you is really incredible. And then Keone, my little girl, has just been absolutely amazing. She's not even had a cold, believe it or not. She's 15 months old, and it's just insane. So, and as for eating, both the kids eat everything. So super blessed. I will never, ever be going off the products.
James.
What's going to do?
Really? I think we're switching gears to the business now.
Hey,
yes.
is that your wrap up?
James, let's wrap up.
Thank you. Beautiful. Thank you, Jessie. Good evening, everyone. So my name's James, and I've been around Juice Plus now for quite a long time. Taking it as a product must be over 8 or 9 years. I remember that because my little girl, who's now 9, wasn't born, so it's over 9 years, right? And, you know, I was never a pregnant breastfeeding mum, but it can like, help other people too. So for me, energy was one thing, and I did have toddlers. But, you know, just having your immune system as strong as you know it could possibly be is a wonderful feeling. And there's no secret behind fruits and veggies, right? Pretty straightforward. So, you know, getting that in when you're busy, when you're working, it was so convenient, and that made so much sense. The big change, though, you know, for me, for our life, you know, for Linda's, has been the business, right? And, you know, I watched from the sidelines for many years as, you know, Linda sort of, you know, forged a bit of a path and developed a bit of a gang and a tribe and got out there and did the business, but I was still pretty skeptical, you know, and I've got to say, maybe I used to think I was a smart guy, you know, I really did. I went to university and I got a good job and I did all of that, and then I had to stay staunch to that, right? I had to stay in that mold, but over time, things started to change. And it wasn't just Linda's business, but some other people getting going in this. And I started to look at this from the sidelines and think, I'm absolutely a real dope because I do not have the best job. I do not have the best life from that job, but I'm looking at people who are actually doing that. And I don't know if you ever feel like that in your day, you look around and you go, oh my God, everyone else has got it. What's up here? And what I noticed and looked at, right, was, you know, I worked very hard. I had my own business before, and that's another story, but that was supposed to give freedom. That did everything but that. But I'd followed the corporate model, right? And some of us do that, work very, very hard, 60, 70 hours a week. From there, there was travel, there was all sorts of things. You know, and as I climbed that corporate ladder, you know, I got to the top, close enough to the top. You know, I was in companies, I'd report into the CEO, I had a lot of autonomy, I had everything I thought I wanted. And I'd always had that belief of I was going to pay the price. Just wanted the money, right? I don't know if anyone's ever felt like that. That was me. I just wanted to make so much money and I will pay the price. But as that started to happen, I realised that I wasn't aware what that price was going to be. And it was in time, okay, which I realised was our greatest commodity. And that actually then started to affect my health, my stress levels. Has anyone ever not been able to switch off from work? Like never?
Yeah.
Like 11 to 30 at night, you still do a little sneaky check on emails, right? Have I got one? First thing you wake up in the morning and you check, and that's on holidays. That's not normal. And I realised that wasn't normal because there was people having a lot more fun than me, and whilst I was making the money, I was totally trapped. I was trapped because I had no time freedom. I didn't have my own peace of mind. But what I saw with this business was people making a big difference, coming in. There's unlimited positions to come into this business. And what I noticed was if people linked arms and helped people and worked as a team, they rose to the top. And it was that simple. And I bought into a model that had me absolutely locked in. And I feel very, very blessed and very lucky that it was a very easy switch for me to make into this. And Linda had done very well. And she planned that. And we supported that. But my God, I don't know what I'd do if I was still in that. I'd be on the rat race forever. And that's a tough feeling. So in this business, when someone says, is it a pyramid? I'm like, what? I'll tell you about a pyramid. I worked in one for 25 years. All right? I was lucky enough to get out of that. You know, the other, another misconception on this is people coming in is you've got to hunt all your friends down. It's anything but that as well. And I actually have a factual story. My best mate, he just started and he said, why did it take you 6 years to get me in this? Truly. He stares at me with wide eyes. Oh my God. You know why? Because he's stuck in there. He's been in the same company 12 years and he gets it now. And that's what we're starting to unlock and finding people. That fire, right? We can dream like that. So no, it's not a sign-up club. There's no bonuses for signing people on. And it's not a hunt your friends down club. Adam Westwick decided he was not going to do anything that was not cool. All right? And that would have been a very uncool thing to do. He taught me that, right? So it really came together when I was still working, and I had someone come to me and say, buddy, I love what you do and I want to make money. I said, right. Okay. He said, what can you teach me? And I started writing an email. I'm so smart here, and I told you this book and this and a seminar. And then I'm like, oh my God, what a waste of time to put him on that path because I'm trying to get out of that path. So I said, you know what? Come to an event on Thursday night. Come to an event. He said, okay, where? I said, at the house. So he came and he sat there and he listened And at the end of it, I said, what do you think? He goes, dude, I'm in. I'm like, whoa, what do you mean? He goes, no, I love it. And he was fascinated. I thought, wow, all I did was invite someone somewhere. You know, and I worked in a corporate and commission-based sales role. You had to get those people. That ain't fun. But Ben put up his hand. That's the stuff that doesn't let you sleep. But Ben put up his hand. And by the next morning, well, he'd already told his sister, Kate, she was in the business. Oh my God, I've got 2 people in my business. That's awesome. And then they told their girlfriend, BJ. And she told her mum, Lily. And she told her girlfriend, well, Liz. And the coolest thing was, I didn't even know any of them. And these people lived in New Zealand. I'd never even been there. And these 2 ladies were nurses. So that was pretty cool because we had an awesome health product. So like within a month, I've got a business. It's like, holy crap, man. I spent 25 years getting there and I can't get out. But on the side, this happened and it blew me away because I'd seen the community, right? I'd seen that and I loved that. And I'd seen the money that could be made. And so my head was turning fast on me, right? But this was the game changer for me when I wasn't having conversations and someone was out there with my passion doing it and it was going to build a business. It was nuts. And the power of numbers, they really kick in if we consider this. So if I taught just 2 people to do this business, right? And they taught 2, and they taught 2 well, and they taught 2 well, and they taught 2 well. I have over 32 people, over 60 people in an organisation. Now, I didn't have that mindset. I was so tight with everything. I used to lock my office, lock my drawer, lock my desk, all that sort of stuff. I wouldn't share. I didn't have a PA, nothing, because I wouldn't trust anyone. And here is a business. Before I knew it, there was 60 people. If you didn't trust, if you didn't share, if you didn't care, it wasn't going to come together. But they're pretty cool values to have, right? And then when I looked at Linda's business and I saw, well, she taught 5 really well. And they taught 5, and they taught 5. And they were on their way to teaching 5, and so were they. You have over 4,000 people in the business, right? With a very strong company and an amazing inflammable product. Now my head was turned. And I realised I am a smart guy. Yeah, I finally got it. I really am. I love it, guys. I've been around this a long time. I will be forever. You'll hear those stories. It's the product of business. I mean, this is a way of life for many of us now. We love it. I do have time freedom. I resigned out of that corporate job 9 months ago. I'll never go back. Never go back. All right? Make money? Absolutely. Money's choices. Choices to what I do on a Monday or a Tuesday or a Thursday night. Absolutely love it. So we're going to hear a little bit more about the money side of things. I'm going to invite Brian up. Many of you know Brian, so we'll have to listen.
What's up, varsity? One day we'll get there. Who's having the best night of their life? Oh, how awesome is this place? It rocks. My name's Brian Marsh. I've been in the Juice Plus business since February of last year, so 14 months. My wife, who at the back, Fiona, was looking to go back to work, kind of like trying to find a hobby. She lost her identity in that mother role, being at home every day for 8 years. And she saw, we'd been friends with Adam and Kira for 8 or 9 years, and we saw how their life had changed in this business. So Fiona reached out to Kira, and we went around there and had a meeting. And, you know, in that meeting, I bought where they were going. This business had changed their life. I saw where they were, because I'm in small business. I know the struggles. And I saw the struggles that they were in before Juice Plus, and then I saw the change in their life within 18 months. And in that meeting, I bought into where they were going, where they had been and where they were going, their vision of lives that were being changed. You know, so we said yes to that opportunity right there and then. And we had heaps of questions. Most of them were answered tonight. But what I loved about this business is the way that we get paid. Okay, because I'm in traditional business, I still have traditional businesses, and I don't get paid one way. And if you're in a job, swapping time for money, you're getting paid one way. But this business blew my mind when we're being paid 3 different ways. And that makes sense to me. So, you got the pen?
Use the little one. It's just there. Yep.
In this business, we get paid 3 different ways. The first way is retail sales profit. When we put the customer in contact with Juice Plus ship the product. We don't have to hold the product. We don't have to deliver the product. We don't have to hold the money. Juice Plus does all of the work. But the best thing about that is Juice Plus puts the money in our bank account for that. And it's very similar to go to a restaurant, love the food, take photos of it. That's what we do. We take photos of our lifestyle. We take photos, put up recipes of our amazing programs that we're a part of. It creates curiosity. People reach out to us. We share the opportunity with it, and we get paid for that. The restaurant that I just took photos of and posted on Facebook doesn't pay me for that. But in this business, I can earn money out of that. And you know the best thing about this, when Adam said to me that I could build a business in 27 different countries from my mobile phone, blew my mind, because in my traditional business, when I'm dealing with hotels and resorts, I couldn't build a global business as quickly as I could build this. It was amazing. The third way was commission. Second way. The second way we get paid in this business is commission. Okay. The reason why Fiona and I got into this business is because we wanted to build something that was sustainable, something that was going to pay us for the rest of our life. And like James shared before, when we have momentum in our business, we're getting paid on top of that. Okay, so I'm introducing people to the business and I'm being paid on their performance. In my traditional job, when I brought on a customer, that customer would never go out and bring on another customer. That doesn't happen. Yes, I would get referrals, but that's where it would stop. In this business, I introduce people who then go and introduce other people, and I get paid on top of that. What's been coined recently is the beach money in this business, because ideally, when there's enough momentum in our business, we're on the beach and can go to the beach and being paid for that, which is pretty awesome. The third way is bonuses. It's the now money. We're rewarded by Juice Plus today for the effort we put in today. One of the first levels we have in this business is SDVF. It's a $400 bonus. The person who introduced you, coached you, taught you, loved on you, raised you up also gets paid $400. This adds to the community. This adds to the community of helping people and loving on people. Okay, which you don't get that in the corporate world. We have Andrea that's going to share tonight. Is it Andrea that's coming up to share tonight at SDVF? How did the company come into your life as a company, the business changing your lives?
Yeah, awesome. Thank you, everyone. I am one of those crazy people that drove 9 hours to be here tonight. Lady and I, we just got out of the car to be here to help share our stories, and we're super excited. So it's great to see you all, so great to see so many happy faces. Why this business was so important to me was, other than amazing health transformation, which is a whole nother story for another day, but quick snippet, I actually suffer from a severe form of rheumatoid arthritis, but you would never know it anymore. Wow. I had a friend come to me and say, what if this is something that can help you? And at the time, I was searching for another way to make income. But I already worked a full-time job. I didn't need another boss, another full-time job. I was looking for another way to make income. And why that was so important to me is because my husband is a FIFO worker. Well, I should say was a FIFO worker. I used to see him 6 months of the year. He worked 2 weeks on and 2 weeks off. And when he rang me one day and said, I'm in hospital, I have a heart condition, they don't know what's wrong, my heart keeps stopping, and they're racing me to a bigger city, to a bigger hospital. I'm just like, oh crap. And I'm like, no matter the amount of money that is worth for you to be away, all that is important is that you get better and you come home. And the whole reason why I sent my husband away in the first place is because we've been trying to have a baby for 10 years. And IVF is expensive. So that was the whole reason why he was away. So, and he just kept saying, what about our babies? What are we going to do about trying for our babies? And I'm like, I don't know what the answer is, but the most important thing is that you get better. That's all we need to focus on, is that you get better. And wouldn't you know it, Juice Plus came into my life, and I'm just like, wow, this makes sense. Why hadn't someone told me about it earlier? My husband could still be at home. So after 5 years of my husband being a FIFO worker, I was able to bring him home, and this business is able to give me the extra income so he never has to work away again. He has fully recovered and his heart's healthy. He's on the products and doing amazingly. And I'm just like, if this has done so much for me and I feel so grateful and blessed, imagine what it could do for someone else. Imagine how it could change their lives. So that's what my passion and drive is to keep sharing this to help other people change their lives too.
Next level, SC, $600 bonus. The person who introduced you, your teacher, your mentor, also gets paid $600. And Bella is getting up here at SC. Woo! Yeah. How does a business come into your life? How does a business change in your life?
First of all, my TVPC got to SDVS. So yeah, I got to SC with this girl. So I've been in the business for actually 2 years. Me and my partner Sharon started. And since then I've started my own business about 6 months ago. And I guess when I started my own business, it gave me the sense of I was doing something for myself. I've always felt like I was living in kind of shadows and he was speaking for me all the time, and I was always the shy girl. Never had confidence to get up and do something like this. It was way out of my comfort zone, and I never done it 2 years ago. The reason why it made sense to me is because I'd gone to uni and studied psychology. I'd been told that I needed to get good grades and get a good job, and then you'd be kind of set for life. I finished my studies and couldn't get a job. There's nothing waiting for you at the end of uni. I get to tell you that part. And I eventually got a job working an hour and a half away from home in youth work. In my job, I was getting abused by teenagers every day. Police were coming, smashed windows, and the whole thing. So it wasn't very exciting. It was exciting, but it was very stressful. And so I found Juice Plus, and I thought, if I can do something that's going to bring me home, I'm going to spend more time with my boyfriend. And the possibility of starting our own family actually became real. Because up to that point, I thought that my life was going to be spent working to get ahead and to save money to have a kid in 10 years' time. And now it's possible in the next couple of years. So it's been exciting, and it's kind of changed the whole path and direction that our life's heading in. So I'm so grateful.
So in this business, it's all about gifts and rewarding people. So
yeah, well done.
Level up from there is SSC, the $1,200 bonus. The person who introduced you also gets paid $1,200. Level up from there is QNMD. If you don't know what the acronyms mean, it doesn't really mean much. NMD, they're just titles. It's $1,500 bonus, and the person who introduced you also gets paid $1,500. And Rebecca Neal is going to come down and share. So, Bex is a girl that's knocking on the door at NMD, which is going to happen in the next week or two. Yeah. So, how did the business come into your life? How's the business changing your life?
Thank you. Oh my gosh, I'm so nervous to help you. I don't know. I've been in the business 12 months tomorrow, actually, which is really exciting. And I first discovered the product through Jess, who you heard from earlier. I think for me as a health and nutrition coach, that's why I love Juice Plus to start with. It was all about my clients, and I was always a very generous person and very, about everybody else. And I think that's why I wasn't successful in some sense, in the financial sense, because So it was the product that originally got me excited. I moved back to Sydney and I was trying to find clients. I was actually living on the Gold Coast. Moved back to Sydney, back to my home, and I was like, all right, time to set my business up again and start all over again. And I get a few clients and they wouldn't show up, and then I get a few next week, and I had to pay my phone bills. Like, it was a really challenging time. Split with my partner, so I no longer had that support. So the products were exciting me, and I went, you know what have I got to lose? I'm going straight in. I found and shared the business with 11 people in my first month. And I was like, wow, there's something behind this. I've actually got to take this seriously now, because I've got all these people and I'm like, what am I going to do with them? Jess had been in the business for like a week. I missed my first bonus because I had no idea it existed. And then it just grew from there. And I thought, there's got to be people out there that are like me, who are health coaches, personal trainers, nutritionists, that are really passionate about helping people change their life, but not able to be financially rewarded. So I had this beautiful online blog, I had a following on social media, I had all this amazing stuff happening on the outside. I got loads of free stuff and just wasn't going anywhere financially. So I dove straight in, and now I've got this humongous team of incredible people that I get to work with every single day, and I do it full time. So it blows my mind. I'm very
Level up from there is NMD, which is what Rebecca and Jess are knocking on the door of, which is one of our pinnacle positions in this business. It's called National Marketing Director. There's no longer the teacher bonus for that position. For me, when I got to that position, I built, which took me 8 months to get there, I built the business with enough strength, right, that it was a six-figure income for us, okay, the $8,000 to $10,000 income per month, okay. So, and that's obviously, it changed our life. Well, the future, it's changed our future in a sense that a few months on, it's multiple six figures for us. We took a $165 investment and turned it into multiple six figures, which, you know, for me, it was amazing because I'm in traditional business. I looked at buying a franchise because I wanted to get out of that industry where you have to you're making mistakes and hopefully falling forward because no one's showing you the way in traditional business. Okay, but with a franchise, which is what we bought, we saw with our own eyes the system. There was a successful system. We saw people before us that had created that success. And they said to us, be teachable. Be teachable, implement what we've done, okay, and you'll be successful, which is what we've done, okay? It's definitely changed our lives, but at the end of the day, this is a system. And we have the opportunity to implement that system and go to work, which we all do. So I'm going to bring Adam back up to round the night out, and thank you.
Because certainly Brian is certainly an example of what happens when you really go to work and treat this business like a business. If you guys don't know who Brian is, but Brian has literally got the fastest 100 club business that we know of ever in the world. So let's give him another round. But look, for us, honestly, guys, I came to this event literally 3 years ago, like almost to the day. And I sat in the room, and a part of me was like, I'm still skeptical, but a part of me was like, something felt right. And I remember I went home to my wife, and she said, so what about that Juice Plus thing? And I said, I think I'm going to do it. She's like, you're crazy. And I'm like, I know I am. But if not this, then what? I'm sick of working 60 hours a week. I want to see the kids more. And honestly, unless you've got a better idea than this, I'm going to give this a go. And all I asked for her was not her permission, was for her to have some faith in me. And I promised that it wasn't going to impede on our life, that I was going to spend some time, I was going to stop watching TV and I was going to spend some time doing this. And I said, who knows? What if it was to happen? You know, fast forward 7 months on, my wife decided to get involved. The only thing I'm allowed to say out loud that I told you so. It's kind of cool, but certainly one of those things that we'll never regret. You know, this thing has changed our life so amazingly. It's crazy. I literally get to wake up every day and decide what we do. I get to play golf a couple times a week. My buddies are now joining with me, and just to inspire people to find a better way. You know, I really honestly know, guys, there is a better way out there. And I think you know that. It's just find a system and a model that you can plug into and do this. And this team right now is the team on the move. If you are looking for a home, a place that you want to get taught and supported and help you get what you want, I know that this place can get what you want. And honestly, in the beginning, we did it out of desperation. Our life had to change. Now we do it out of inspiration. To inspire you guys to find a better way. There are so many people out there who want to find a better way with health and also with lifestyle and wealth. Mic drop. What are you talking about doing that? So I want to just say to you guys, consider what if, get your questions answered. I can't imagine what our life would be if I never took the time to get my questions answered. So thank you for coming out. Stick around, have a few drinks, and thanks again.